Engines don't usually break down out of nowhere. They give you signs. If you catch these early, you can avoid spending a fortune on repairs. What's surprising is how often people ignore small, easy fixes that could make their engine feel brand new again. In this video, I'll reveal 7 powerful steps that can restore your engine's performance. Final tip: it's a little-known trick that even some seasoned mechanics don't talk about, but it could save you thousands of dollars. Don't overlook these steps. Missing them might mean wasting money on unnecessary repairs. Stick around and learn how to keep your engine running strong. Number 1. Diagnose the problem. As your engine gets older, it may start to feel sluggish, stall unexpectedly, or idle unevenly. These symptoms often indicate underlying issues, but the good news is that most can be fixed. The very first step is to diagnose the problem correctly using a reliable OBD2 scanner. Invest in a scanner that can not only read and clear codes, but also reset service reminders, read live data, and activate special servicing functions. Ideally, choose one that can automatically detect your car's VIN number for precise diagnostics. If not, make sure it lets you input the VIN manually or select your car's make and model for more accurate results. Locate the OBD2 port, usually found under the steering column, and plug in the scanner. Turn on the ignition and run a full system scan. Some error codes are straightforward, like P0301, which indicates a misfire in cylinder 1. This could stem from worn spark plugs, faulty ignition coils, or even a failing catalytic converter. However, other codes may be vague or even unrelated to your engine's behavior. High-mileage vehicles may also generate ghost codes that don't reflect real issues. Regardless of what you discover, this diagnostic step lays the foundation for restoring your engine's performance. Number 2. Examine and clean the throttle body. While most of us know that routine car care is important, many drivers still avoid it. According to a survey by Motor.com, around 64% of car owners delay essential maintenance tasks. One common but often overlooked job is cleaning the throttle body, a component that should ideally be checked and cleaned every 30,000 miles, or based on your vehicle's maintenance guide. However, many people wait until there's a noticeable drop in engine performance, usually around 75,000 miles, before taking action. That's because, over time, carbon deposits can accumulate on the throttle body. When this happens, the butterfly valve inside becomes sticky, which restricts airflow into the engine. This imbalance causes the engine to run either too lean, too much air, or too rich, too much fuel, leading to rough idling, sluggish acceleration, or even stalling. The good news: you don't need a professional mechanic or expensive tools to fix this. With just a throttle body cleaner, a clean rag, and a basic socket set, you can get the job done yourself. Step 1. Locate the throttle body. You'll usually find the throttle body sitting between the air filter box and the intake manifold. On some vehicles, you may need to remove the engine cover, often called the beauty cover, to see it clearly. Not sure which part it is? Have someone press the gas pedal while the engine is off. The component that moves as the pedal is pressed is the throttle body. Once you've identified it, disconnect the battery's negative terminal for safety and make sure the engine is completely off. Step 2. Disconnect attached components. Use a Phillips or Torx screwdriver to loosen and remove the air intake hose connected to the throttle body. Depending on your vehicle, you may also need to detach this hose from the air cleaner assembly. Labeling the ends of the hose can help when reassembling later. Be mindful of any wires or sensors around the area, as they're sensitive and can be easily damaged. Once the intake hose is off, you should be able to see the butterfly valve inside the throttle body. Step 3. Apply the cleaner. Before handling chemicals, wear rubber gloves and safety goggles to protect your hands and eyes. Open the butterfly valve manually. If it doesn't open by hand due to electronic control, drive-by-wire systems, have someone press the gas pedal or use a heavy object to hold it down. Spray throttle body cleaner directly onto the inner surfaces, focusing on the areas with visible black carbon buildup. Avoid spraying the cleaner on electrical parts or sensors. If you do, wipe it off immediately with a paper towel or microfiber cloth. Step 4. Scrub away the carbon. Using a soft toothbrush or lint-free cloth, gently scrub the inside of the throttle body. If the carbon is stubborn, let the cleaner soak for about 10 seconds and then scrub again. Repeat as needed until the surface looks clean and your cloth no longer picks up black residue. Step 5. Allow to dry completely. Once you've finished cleaning, allow the throttle body to air dry for several minutes. It's important that everything is completely dry before reassembling. By taking the time to perform this maintenance yourself, you're not only preventing engine issues, but also saving around $150, the average cost of having a mechanic do the job. But before you reconnect the air intake hose, there's one more check to make. Number 3. Replace the air filter. The hose you previously detached from the throttle body is also linked to the air filter housing or cold air intake box. Inside that housing is the engine's air filter. Before reconnecting the throttle body, it's a good idea to check the condition of the air filter. Interestingly, air filters are typically due for replacement every 15,000 to 30,000 miles. So many people end up doing both jobs around the same time. A clogged air filter can actually produce many of the same symptoms as a dirty throttle body. That's because both are vital for maintaining proper airflow into the engine. If airflow is restricted, you'll notice a dip in fuel economy and overall engine performance. You might also hear strange noises from the engine bay, or even experience sudden power loss while driving. This is especially noticeable in turbocharged engines. Luckily, changing the air filter is very straightforward. Just locate the air filter box, open the latches or clips, and inspect the filter. If it looks dirty or clogged, pull it out and replace it with a fresh one. Close the box, secure it with the latches, and then reattach the hose to the throttle body, tightening it securely. With a clean air filter and throttle body, your engine will breathe better, and that translates into smoother performance and better efficiency. But there's still one more crucial step to ensure optimal airflow. Number 4. Clean the mass airflow MAF sensor. The MAF sensor plays a key role in balancing the air-fuel mixture in your engine. It measures how much air is entering the intake and sends that data to the Engine Control Unit, ECU, which then calculates the appropriate amount of fuel to inject. If the MAF sensor becomes dirty or malfunctions, your vehicle can exhibit all sorts of issues. So if you're noticing anything strange, cleaning it might help. Here's how you can do that. Step 1. Find and remove the MAF sensor. You'll usually find it between the air filter box and the throttle body. In some cars, it might actually be inside the air filter housing itself. If you've just replaced the filter or cleaned the throttle body, you've likely already seen it. Unplug the sensor's electrical connector and unscrew it from its housing. Step 2. Clean the sensor. Use a dedicated MAF sensor cleaner, nothing else. Insert the cleaner straw into the sensor shaft and aim at the internal wire or plate, known as the hot wire or hot plate. Give it 10 to 15 light sprays, being careful not to touch or scrub the sensor. It's very delicate. If any residue remains or the wire looks dull, continue spraying until it's clean. Step 3. Let it air dry. Place the sensor on a clean cloth and let it air dry completely. This usually takes around 15 minutes. Avoid using anything to speed up the drying process. No fans, no compressed air, and definitely no cotton swabs. Even the slightest touch can damage the fragile wire. It's smart to clean the throttle body, air filter, and MAF sensor all at the same time. Usually, once a year is plenty. With everything fresh and clean, your engine should receive the right air-to-fuel ratio, helping it start easier, idle smoothly, and accelerate properly. Of course, if your car is older, it may still have other underlying issues. But this simple maintenance can save you a lot of trouble and money in the long run. Number 5. Replace engine oil. As your car ages, regular oil changes become even more important. For newer vehicles, you might only need an oil change every 7,500 to 15,000 miles, depending on the manufacturer's guidelines. However, as the mileage adds up, that interval shortens, dropping to 5,000, and eventually to every 3,000 miles. Older engines tend to burn more oil over time. Plus, the cooling system becomes less efficient, and the oil itself gets contaminated more quickly. The upside? Keeping up with oil changes can boost your engine's lifespan by as much as 75%. The best part is that oil changes are relatively affordable, and you can cut costs even further by learning to do it yourself. Some drivers avoid synthetic oil due to the higher price tag. But synthetic oil lasts longer and is better suited for certain engines, especially high-performance or turbocharged ones. Using the wrong type of oil can actually harm your engine, so always refer to your car's manual for the correct specifications. Number 6. Clean the fuel system. Before diving into anything else, start by cleaning your fuel system. Don't stress, it's actually simpler than it sounds. Older vehicles, in particular, benefit greatly from routine fuel system cleaning to avoid carbon buildup, which can otherwise lead to costly repairs. Carbon deposits can negatively affect your car by reducing fuel efficiency, making your engine sluggish, causing hard starts, and even triggering engine knocking. If buildup becomes severe, it can also cause the engine to overheat, which may result in permanent damage. Rather than paying a mechanic for a full disassembly and deep clean, there's a much easier solution. Use a quality fuel system cleaner. These additives are specially formulated to dissolve carbon deposits throughout the fuel system. While many additives make big claims, only a few are truly effective and even recommended by car manufacturers. One popular and reliable choice is Techron Concentrate Plus, which is said to be used by GM for their vehicles. Other trusted brands include Seafoam, Gumout, and 505 CRF. To apply it properly, wait until your gas tank is nearly empty. Pour the cleaner in, then fill the tank up to near full. After that, drive normally, but gently, for 50 to 100 miles, to let the additive blend with your fuel and work its magic. You'll quickly notice better throttle response, less engine vibration, and improved fuel mileage. These improvements, along with the previous steps, will help your engine run like it's brand new. But there's still one final step to cover. Number 7. Replace aging and worn-out parts. Even though many engines are built to last, the components that support their operation often wear out over time. To keep your engine running smoothly, it's essential to replace outdated or deteriorated parts. Common items that may need replacement include spark plugs, ignition coils, the timing belt, intake hose, and ball joints. Additionally, you may need to swap out the battery, brakes, and even essential fluids. The good news? Many of these fixes are simple enough for you to do on your own, which can save you a significant amount of money. For instance, changing your spark plugs isn't just budget-friendly. It can actually enhance your car's acceleration by up to 30%. Instead of paying between $100 and $500 at a shop, you could spend just $20 on the parts and complete the job yourself. Another smart move is sealing any leaks in your engine. A handy product like AT205. Reseal can help. Just pour it into your engine oil filler cap and let the engine run. It'll work to seal any small leaks internally. By taking these steps, your engine can perform like it's brand new, without the high cost of a mechanic. These are just some of the smart maintenance hacks that can breathe life back into a struggling engine. And let us know in the comments, have you tried any of these tricks? What results did you notice in your car's performance?